And we are back. Thanks for clicking on the link. Welcome to Good Energy. Enjoy the content, and everyone have a blessed day. And we are back. Welcome back to Good Energy, guys, where we talk tennis and Serena Williams. That's right, guys. The draw is out. I will be covering the full, complete Wimbledon draw. Stay tuned for that video as we discuss Serena Williams. But we have a final to be played first. So let's head to Eastbourne. And we have Kvitova versus Ostapenko. These two ladies are very familiar with each other. That's right. And they're going to play for a championship here. Both ladies could definitely use one, especially Kvitova. It's been a while. But let's start with... you want to start with Ostapenko first, or should we start with Kvitova first? Well, let's take a look at Kvitova first. Kvitova with a great win over Beatrice Haddad. Beatrice had 12 wins in a row, champ, and Nottingham, and we saw Beatrice beat Kvitova not too long ago, and I told you guys take Kvitova to get revenge. Beatrice actually said she looked up to Kvitova. She said coming up, Kvitova was one of the players that she looked up to. She was tall, also left-handed. So she said she kind of made her game very similar to hers. So it's very good that the younger players show their respect. Kind of like if you guys saw when Serena Williams beat Kvitova, I think 2012 at the Australian Open. Kvitova gave her 2 kisses on the cheek. I love to see the veterans paying their respect. Kind of like Ons Jabeur paying her respect to Serena. And Ostapenko having a very, very impressive run here. Look, she's not at her prime playing weight. We're used to seeing the young, thin Ostapenko at the French Open, the Slam champion in 2017. But look, she's put on a little bit more weight, but she still has her power, and she's a very good ball striker. That's what she does. She's very powerful, and she's able to just isolate a lot of what you throw at her. Coming into this tournament, I mean, she was only 16-10 on the year. She does have 5 single titles, former high ranked number 5. She does have a singles title on the year though, so keep that in mind. But nonetheless, let's take a look at Jelena Ostapenko. She averages about 4 aces per game. She does make quite a few double faults though. She makes about 5 double faults a game. She holds in terms of her first serve, she wins 68% of her service games. Her first serve, though, she only wins 60% of that. Makes it a lot of double faults, so keep that in mind. In terms of her breakpoint saves, she saves about 56% of those. I would like to see that number a little bit higher when she has the opportunity to convert opponents and break them. She does it at 49%, right around 50%. Her second return points won, 57%. So if there's an opportunity to beat Jelena Ostapenko, it's definitely taking advantage of the second serve, and she's going to be facing someone that is very aggressive on second serve, so keep that in mind. But these two ladies, they have had a history together. They've played a total of 8 times and they've split them. On grass, Jelena Ostapenko 37-17. She's 5-1 this year, and she was 8-2 last year. So she does get wins on grass. But let's take a look at the head-to-head with Kvitova. They played earlier this year at Dubai. Ostapenko won that in 3 sets. She dropped the first set 7-5, but she would win the next set 7-5, and then a tiebreak 11-9. Unbelievable. That's a lot of tennis. Before that, they played in 2020 Doha, where Kvitova won that in 3 sets. And 2018 Miami, Ostapenko won that in straight sets. They played in 18 at St. Petersburg. Kvitova won that in straight sets. And then the other data is a little bit old. They played in Wuhan. Kvitova won that in straight sets. 2016 U.S. Open, Kvitova won that in straight sets. And 16 Birmingham, Ostapenko won that in 3. And 16 Doha, Ostapenko won that in 3. So the bulk of their matches came in 2016 or 2018. In terms of Ostapenko and her form, look, she's won 7 of her last 10. We saw her beat Georgie in straight sets, blowout. We saw her beat Catalina straight sets, blowout. We saw her make Madison Keys quit, blowout. Tomljanovic was the closest match she had here, 6-4, 6-4, and that's due to Tomljanovic just trying to isolate her with her forehand, and we all saw that blow up at the Wimbledon last year between her and Isa Tomljanovic. So Tomljanovic, I think, just has her number. Her losses came to Yastremka, who is powerful and athletic, Elisa Cornet, who's tricky and versatile, and Lauren Davis, who's short and powerful. So those are the 3 losses of her last 10 that Ostapenko had. And Ostapenko's had a rough clay season. The last couple months have been rough on her. It's good to see her do well on grass. We saw her get her lone grass title, and that came against Annette Kontaveit last year. So not historically known as a phenomenal grass player, but the last 2 years she's been playing very well on grass. 13-3 the last couple of years. Now she's going to be taking on Petra Kvitova. And look, guys, if you don't know who Petra Kvitova is, 2-time slam champion, she's 6 foot tall. Now, she is one of the taller players on tour. Ostapenko's 5'10", though, so she's kind of up there as well. Kvitova's 32 years old, not having the best season. She's done a losing, aside from her run here, she had a losing season coming into this tournament, only 10-13. And to be honest with you, she's been struggling, but I mean, I gave a couple good picks out earlier in the year where she was underdogs, but Kvitova plays her best tennis when she's an underdog. I don't know what it was with her earlier in the year. She just felt like, quitting a couple matches. I felt she quit, retired, but I felt she quit. And the reality here is she was really diva-ish, kind of like Victoria Azarenka, Yastremka, Amanda Anisimova, where, just not feeling like playing and walking off. I don't know. Mentally, I don't think she was there, but nonetheless, you can't doubt her career. 586 wins, 226 losses. She gets it done, ladies and gentlemen. And her serve is really what sets the tone for her. She's tall, she's left-handed, has a strong serve, averaging about 4 aces per game, and she also makes a lot of double faults per game as well. And I mean, her numbers as well as Ostapenko, they're really similar. That's the scary thing about this match. But Kvitova, she hasn't been serving well. It's hit or miss, and if you guys follow the channel, I say all the time, the best servers also make the most mistakes, okay? Because they have to get perfect ball placement to get their aces and get their sweet spots, and a lot of times if they're not feeling it, if their arms heavy, if they're a little tired, if they're playing a lot of tennis, they're going to make a lot of double faults. And Kvitova, she averages about just under 5 aces per game, and she gets about 5 double faults per game, but she wins 68% of her service games, 31% of her return games, which is better than Ostapenko. That's about 30% better than what Ostapenko does in terms of numbers in comparison, that is. Her first serves won 67%. What I want to take a look really is at her pressure points. She saves 52% of her break points, and she converts 60% of her break point opportunities. That tells me if she has a chance to break Ostapenko, she's going to break her. Kvitova's only dropped. She's only been broken twice in this tournament, and that was by Katie Bolter, who's a taller, stronger opponent. So I do think Ostapenko will have some opportunities to break Kvitova, but I also think Kvitova's going to have some opportunities to break Ostapenko, which might make for an over. A lot of their matches have gone over. In terms of grass, the last 2 years, Kvitova, she's 7-3 on grass, so she plays her best tennis on grass overall, being a Wimbledon champion. Wimbledon champion. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. But in terms of her form, again, she's on a 4-match win streak. Donna Vekic, who I think is very similar to what Ostapenko does, a lot of power. Katie Bolter, who gave her a really tough match. The victory over Dart, young and explosive and athletic. And the victory over Beatrice Haddad in straight sets, very impressive. One of the hottest players on tour. Probably really the hottest player on tour outside of Iga was Beatrice Haddad, So really good wins. Her losses in her last 10, she lost to Beatrice in Birmingham. We remember that. Daria Seville, very versatile, athletic. Teichmann, athletic. Pliskova matches her energy. Look, this is a match here where I have to give you guys a prediction that has 4-4. All of the values on Kvitova. She's the better server. She's the better returner. And I think she's got the better forehand. I think she's got the better forehand. I think Kvitova, in terms of strength and heat-seeking missiles, I think Kvitova's probably got the better rocket when it comes to forehand. I think the backhand of Ostapenko is going to have to be the difference maker for her if she wants to win this match. She's going to have to move Kvitova around with her backhand. But I think Kvitova's movement is really good on grass. She plays her best, biggest tennis on grass. This is a match where I think Kvitova's going to serve better. She's going to do the better job with the return game. And I think her IQ and experience could get her through here. All of the values on Kvitova. I like Kvitova on the money line as the underdog to win this. That's my pick, guys. Stay tuned for the Wimbledon draw. I will cover the entire draw. We're going to talk about Serena Williams. She's back. How will she do? I'm going to tell you right now, guys, out of Serena Williams' last 12 tournaments, 9 of them she's made it to at least the quarterfinals. 2 she's made it to the finals, with 1 winning a championship and 1 of course being a loss in 2019. So that's what you have it, guys. The 2019 US Open, her last 12 tournaments she's played in, she has made at least the quarterfinals in 9 of them, the semifinals in 3 of them, the finals in 2 of them. Of course she still got it. You saw her handing Sasnovich and a butt whooping before she got injured. And Sasnovich is one of the fittest players on tour. So yes, she still got it. I'm going to cover the complete draw. Stay tuned for that video. Like this video. Please make sure you subscribe. Hit the notifications so you are notified when I get when I drop a video with preview and prediction. So if you do online or mobile wagers, I'm giving you free picks. I'm not telling you who to wager. I'm just giving you who I think is going to win the match. But this is good energy, guys. We are